So you've either established or you already have a friendly government, and you want to protect this government against outside threats. Today I want to show you a more gruesome way of overthrowing a government, one in which you should absolutely be thinking about and be attempting to prepare for. Also, as you're going to see, there's a lot of very similar things going on with it and what we're currently going on in our own country and around the world right now. Hello, my name is Arthur, and I'm the CEO and founder of Tackleberry Solutions. We teach wartime tactics to citizens for civil defense purposes. And today I want to show you another way of overthrowing a local government. One is that you should absolutely be trying to prepare yourself for. Okay, so this is a form of guerrilla warfare that is very close cousin to what T.E. Lawrence did in World War I. And it's a simple six-step process, and you're going to see it's actually so easy. And when I showed it to my local county, the county board commissioners are looking at it like, yeah, we should probably be thinking about something like this. So I'm going to show you how to do it, and then I'm going to tell you exactly how to counteract it immediately thereafter, okay? So let's get started. Step one, you're going to poison the water systems. Most areas, especially rural areas, function on water towers. Even in cities, they have water towers, and that's how they push a lot of their water around. Well, it's too easy for me to get rotting flesh. Chickens that out around here, chicken houses everywhere. I snatch up about 10 chickens to a water tower would do just nicely. I mean, it'd do just fine. And that's going to get a lot of people sick. It's going to take about a week for it to kick in, and it's going to take a while for people to figure out the source of where that's coming from. The idea is to create as much chaos and pandemonium and fear as possible, and have them totally distrust the water source, and now they're stuck with only being able to drink one type of water or use one type of water, which is something that's going to have to be brought in, it's going to be shipped in, and thus you can attack it later, and you'll see that in like step 3 or 4, step 4, and it's, anyways. So, you're trying to destroy the water. Now, that's step 1. Step 2, attack the sewage system. You're going to back up the sewage system because you want to help that disease to fester. You want dysentery, you want diarrhea, you want all these things that come from an unsanitary environment to start to happen. And again, this is going to cause more chaos and more havoc. Those two things are directly out of T.E. Lawrence's playbook. That was exactly the first two things he did. Now, I want to go into something else that he didn't have to deal with, but you will. And that is gasoline. Step number 3, you're going to have to contaminate all the diesel and all the fuel storage systems all throughout that area. Now, that's going to be a little tricky, but it's totally doable. And you can do it within 1 or 2 nights. Now, first thing you're going to want to do is target things like the hospitals. So hospitals are going to have backup emergency generators, and they're going to be big. And you're going to just dump the sugar straight into their fuel source. Anything granule that'll bond with the fuel and then slip into the fuel system and either fill up the fuel filter system and clog that all up and possibly pass through and get into the cylinders to destroy the motor itself, that is what you're after. Salt and sugar do a fantastic job. It's cheap, it's easy, and you can pick it up at the local grocery store. Now, you're going to hit all the backup generators first, and then you're going to move on to the primary fuel points. So after you do the backup generators, you don't forget to hit their communications center. Their communications center is going to have a mass, and every county has one, and most cities like New York definitely going to have one. So you're going to hit those. They're going to have a massive backup generator for that. Same thing, hit those, tear up their fuel source. Hell, just thermite the freaking, if you can't do that, destroy the freaking motor. Just make it so that when that thing cuts on, it won't run very long, it'll shut right off. You want to take out that ability. Now, start hitting their fuel points. When I worked as a deputy, we had one main fuel point, and everybody went there to draw fuel. So, you're talking public transportation, all the cops, all the EMS guys, everybody went to that one point to fuel up unless they were diesel. If they were to diesel, they went to another point to fuel up. So we hit those areas, and then don't forget about your firehouses. Your firehouses almost always have their own little fuel points around the back of the buildings. If you have an EMS station there, they're also drawing their fuel there. You've got to hit them because guys are just going to shift over to start using those. And don't forget about hitting all of your actual gas stations. Hit those as well, but steal as much of that fuel as you can, because you're going to see later on that that is going to be your bartering item, and it's going to help you maintain your operations. So try to liberate as much of that as you can. If you can steal a whole entire fuel truck worth, hey, more power to you. All right, step number 4. We're going to take out their power. Now, if you can do it through a cyber attack, great, perfect. That's freaking fantastic. If not, hit the substations. That's the next best thing. Go ahead and just hit those substations. Dump freaking copious amounts of ammo in it. Place charges in it. Hit it with a fire bottle, thermite, whatever. All you got to do is destroy it enough to where they have to physically show up to repair it in order to bring that substation back online. Guys, you can do that in a night. You can hit every one of them in a night. Take them right down. Put the whole area in a freaking just total blackout. Now, when they come in to try to repair them, you have your sniper set up. All they got to do is shoot one guy. That's it. If they shoot 1 or 2 guys and when they come to repair them, guess what? They're going to stop coming out to repair them. And you're going to be able to use their deputies or cops to provide security for them? Not really, because we sugared and destroyed their fuel source. Their vehicles aren't going to be running, which means they're going to be on Pat and Charlie. Eventually they're going to get there, but they're going to have the same guy stationed there around the clock, and guess what? Sniper can take him out too easy. Alright, you can even use snipers to control what fuel points they're allowed to go to just by doing harassing fire on random people. Okay, moving on. Step number 5. Step 5 is where you're going to start using that fuel, and you're going to get other people to start doing your dirty work for you. Step number 5, you're going to go to all the local gangs. Again, this is right out of T. Lawrence's playbook. He used mercenaries. We're using gangbangers. All right? Same exact. We're going to literally pay them exactly the same way. All right? Here's the deal. I'm going to local gangbangers. I'm going to find the biggest, baddest mofo in the area and go right to him and be like, hey, listen up, brother. Here's the deal. I'm going to let you have all this. Okay? You can have all this. Here's what I want. I'll even give you the fuel to do it. But first thing you're going to do is lock down the outer cordon. Nothing in, nothing out. Any supply trains coming in, you see these convoy 18-wheelers coming in with new generators and fuel and food and water, take them out. You can have it. You can steal it. You can get it. It's yours. Keep it. Keep it for your men. Rule however you want. Become a tyrant. I don't care. Not my problem. But what I want you to do is go in and I want you to overthrow every single government. I want you to take every single board member, every mayor, every police chief, every sheriff, everything. Even if you got a local militia, I want them too. I want you to take them guys, take their freaking head figures right out. Just hang them. Yeah, just go on and hang them. Execute them however gruesome you want it to be. Just go on and execute them. Make it bad. But I want you to make sure that you torture them long enough to get the banking numbers. I want the routing numbers, and I want the bank account numbers so that we can draw the money out of all the government's accounts. Rob the banks, rob the grocery stores. Do whatever you want. Rob, pillage, plunder to your heart's content. I don't care. I want what's in their bank account. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to take that money, I'm going to move to an offshore account. Now I have money to fund my operation as well. I have fuel and money. And how many rounds have I actually fired? Not a whole lot, right? Now I've got the local gangs taking this over. Well, they've got County A. It's an absolute torment. They're totally running over County A. Well, by the time I started attacking their power grids here, I already sent half my boys up to County B, and they were poisoning the water up there. By the time they get to the 4th step, you're already moving on. So if you get about 3rd or 4th step, they're moving on and they're attacking the next county up. Your boys are going up to attack the next county, and you're going to get the local gangbangers to do all the dirty work. They're going to be the ones doing the sniping operations. They're going to be the ones that are attacking convoys. They're going to be the ones that take out the local government. You're not going to train them. No need to. Just let them use meanness. Let them go in there. Hell, who cares if half of them get killed? Who gives a damn? Let them take it over. Now, this is where your final step comes in. You're going to overthrow them. But you are going to do this in such a manner that you look like the saving grace. You look like Jesus Christ walking in. Now you're going to walk right in and you're going to be like, hey, local populace, you guys tired of this mess? Huh? You tired of living under a tyrant? Tired of them stealing your crap? Tired of starving to death? Great. Come on, we're going to formulate a militia. Now I'm going to actually train you the right way. And now I'm going to turn you loose and I'm going to lead you into battle. And we're going to overthrow that tyrant. And I'll walk right in. I'll know exactly who to go for. He's the one I put there. I put him there. I met with him. I know exactly who to overthrow. Walk right in, pop him in the head. Problem solved. Take over his whole outfit, and we'll overthrow the whole government. Now I'm going to just put in new guys or hold the government power for myself. Whatever I want to do. Hold it for myself, put in new guys, whatever. And now I have established myself as the savior. And I've had all these people come in and help me. Matter of fact, we're going to go over to County B. You're here, they're having problems. Let's go help them. Meanwhile, I've been doing this whole thing. My boys are leapfrogging ahead of me, starting all this chaos and controversy, and getting all this mess, wearing them down, getting them sick as crap, having gangbangers come in there, take over stuff. And now here my boys are coming in. I'm coming in behind them, rallying these people up, having them overthrow these gangbangers, having them, rebuild their communities and stuff. I'm looking like the king, the good guy here, when reality is I'm the one that started all this mess. Last final steps, just repeat. Do it over and over and over and over again. And I can do this throughout the entire state and conquer the whole damn state. Hell, I can do this throughout the entire country. Now, I want you to think about this for a second. I might be blowing the whistle a little early on this. I don't know. Maybe. But I do know this. We just had the coronavirus. We're starting to get out of that. Not too many, states are relinquishing that authority. Some are buckling down. And now we're going into a food pandemic where we're going to have a food shortage. Am I right? I don't know. I don't know if the power goes out. Now, wouldn't that be something? Cyber attack on our power grid? Would that not be something? Because guys, this is clandestine operations directly out of the CIA handbook. Y'all need to protect yourselves against this type of stuff. Here's how you do it. 1, individual self-reliance is the key. That's the name of the game. That's going to solve a lot of this. If everybody had either a community hand pump for this this apartment complex has a freaking well. So you got multitude of wells, hand pump wells, wind powered wells, whatever. It doesn't matter if the power grid gets hit or not, we still got water, and it's a hell of a lot more difficult for me to attack every single well in that area than it is for me to attack a water tower. As far as the sewage goes, outhouses. Let people build outhouses in their backyard. I know it stinks, I know it ain't nice, but guess what it doesn't do? Back up and flow back into the house. That's what it doesn't do. Use your head. Get the daggone guys to know what they're doing down at the county office to come out here and be, hey, look, the outhouse has got to be 100 feet from the well. It can only be this far down, that kind of thing. Use your head, but start thinking outside the box and start building this stuff up proper. Another thing is, if you do overtake a government, or you have a government that's working with you, purge it. Get rid of these gangbangers. Get rid of anybody that's within your boundaries that can and has a reason to overthrow that government. That's something you should, if you honestly just overthrew a government and you're building that quick reaction force and you're doing all these things like what we talked about in the first video, yeah, gangbangers should have been on your list to take out, brother. Prepare your community to work without power, because that is going to happen. It's an inevitable conclusion. It's going to happen whether it's a stupid solar flare, an EMP, or just a really hot sunny day. You're going to lose power at some point. If you can function without it, you'll be that mo better. Another thing, solar generators are a little bit harder to destroy and a whole lot quieter than an actual engine power generator like a diesel generator or a gasoline generator. Guys, try to start thinking outside the box and try to work to combat this issue. Don't put all your eggs in one basket because it makes it too easy for you to attack. Those hospitals, you got one central hospital in your county, it's too easy for me to take it out. It makes it that much easier for my gangbangers to come in and take it over. Well, if you got multiple hospitals, the chances of my guys getting busted by this hospital security putting sugar or salt in the gas tank are much higher. Same thing with all the wells. If there's multiple wells, it's much harder for me to... my guys are going to get busted trying to poison the local community well. Especially if you guys got Roman guards, and these guys are doing just the community watch guys are out there walking around at night, walking their little suburb, walking their cul-de-sac. You got a little cul-de-sac that's got a little well there where that whole community uses, and you got a Roman guard that's walking around out there. Hello, peace. Somebody comes in there and tries to mess with that thing, you're going to see it. And often or not, the daggone Roman guard's going to take care of it. Crack, crack, problem solved. He just kept your water online. Think outside the box. Become more self-reliant. And allow people within your jurisdiction, allow people within your community, teach them to become more self-reliant. Stop relying on the government for every damn thing. That is why it's so easy to overthrow a government and rule the people. Because we rely too heavily on governments. We've got to rely on ourselves and our communities.